I just wanted to take a second to think about something and to talk about it because the vulnerability is the key to this journey. Because I need to show people what it's really like to be an entrepreneur and to try and build a brand as an influencer and to motivate other people to achieve great things. But it really comes back to your why. And everything that I do is because of my why, my purpose. And I had to figure out what my purpose was before I could really create a clear path for my future. And my why goes back to my mother, and she basically sacrificed everything in her life for us. She was a single mom living in a shelter called Bethany, and she knew that that wasn't going to be her life. She wanted to elevate the standards for her kids and for herself so that we could have a better future. And she did just that. You know, from being in a shelter to living on Main Street in Racine, she really worked her butt off to give us every opportunity that she possibly could. But eventually that took a toll on her, and it really put a lot of stress on her, and it pushed her to fight some demons. And with those demons, it didn't allow her to work anymore. It didn't allow her to be as available as she wanted to be for her kids because she had to fight a different battle, so we had to fight our own. And during that time, you know, I was 12 years old. I didn't know exactly how this was going to go, and there were signs of things even younger than that and after. But when things really started to get tough was between, you know, middle school and high school, when that battle was just far too strong. It wasn't one that she could just take on alone. So it was our chance to help her. So, you know, we got a job, so we started working on roofs, we started doing whatever we could to help support the family. And for many years, my mom never left the house one time, and she didn't get to travel, she didn't get to see the world, she didn't get to take us to see the world. And that's not okay, you know. So we knew that in order for us to make it, we had to take life into our own hands. And my brother and I, we grinded and we pushed and we pushed, and eventually, we woke up. You know, I decided that, you know, corporate world wasn't for me, and this grind was going far too slow. I wanted my mom to see more and faster. I don't want it to be when she's 60 and 70 years old. It needed to be right now. And that's exactly why I'm doing this. And my brother as well. We work our butts off. My brother went to Boston to work for Amazon and left me to take care of our mother alone, but he still supported from thousands of miles away, both mentally, financially. And we found a way to get back to each other here in Phoenix because Amazon was opening up a new facility. And I was ready to move down here because my girlfriend was going to ASU and getting her master's. I was like, you know what? They also have a massive and emerging tech community. I've had this idea for this company, Ease. Entrepreneurs adapting to serve each other, an infrastructure of individuals supporting each other to growth. Not confined to an office space, not confined to one central location, but a community of people online, regardless of the geographic location, helping each other to build each other's businesses and circling money to create its own ecosystem. How was I going to do that? I had absolutely no idea. It wasn't about how I was going to do it. It was just the fact that I was going to do it. And the only way to figure out how is not to create these fictitious ideas of the future, but it's to get out there and start grinding, start working, and then adapting to the situations that come forward and asking for support, having a network of people that are going to be there to help you along the way. There's no one way to do things. So when you start planning, you start kind of pigeonholing yourself into that idea that there is, but there isn't. It's an adapting system. It's evolving. It's like water in a glass to a bowl. No matter what, it's still the same amount of water in there as long as you play the game right, but it just takes a different shape. Regardless, you are still you. Regardless of what happens to you or where you are in life or what your mold is, you are still you. So continue to keep that mindset on the journey. Because now that I've kept that mindset and I've adapted through things and challenges over the years, I'm able to get where I am now. And now I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. I have a beautiful home, a great family. I get to travel and I get to build things like this for people like you. A kid that was homeless and broke, that had no potential, lived in a house of cockroaches and trash, battling depression throughout his youth, and finally found his way out of it in his early 20s so that he could build something for you. That's not something that is just happens by accident. It takes perseverance and it takes focus. And if I can do it, someone that came from nothing, then why can't you? This is a great opportunity to take this time and to go out there and do something different today, and to contact me, contact somebody close to you, contact whoever you want to be your mentor to confirm exactly what I'm saying right now, is that you can and not that you can't, because your mind will constantly stop you because it's afraid of change. Change is scary. It's not easy. It doesn't just happen. It needs to be worked on. It needs to be forced because the mind sees change as a barrier, as a threat, because it's painful. And the mind doesn't want to go through pain. So when you're about to go on stage and you're nervous, when you're about to post a video, you have post anxiety. I know we all experience that. Or you have email anxiety and you read it over and over and over again. That's all because your mind is afraid of the possibility that it might not go as planned, which may have a negative impact on you. But that is fear, which is fake, because fear is a fantasy, because no fear actually takes place unless you manifest it. And you can manifest your destiny right here. So start figuring out how to manifest your destiny and create opportunities, because there's none that you can't achieve. And that's all I really have to say. I just wanted to get something inspiring and to go through my morning routine as I sit out here and look at people in these beautiful homes and the beautiful experiences, you know, a kid from the ghetto. And now I'm here. That doesn't just happen, and I'm so thankful for it. I want it to happen for you too.
Got two little horns and the